Warning: content contains topics of a controversial and sensitive nature. If you are easily affected, viewer discretion is advised. With that, we shall continue the file. Item number SCP-847, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-847 is to be kept in a reinforced, modified, humanoid containment chamber. For the purpose of ongoing behavioral studies, the room is to be fully furnished with a bed, dresser, couch, table, chair, full-length mirror, sink, shower, and toilet. The floor of the chamber is to be constructed with 1 cm exposed beams of copper, which can be electrified remotely to a minimum of 50 Kelvin potential. A 50 cm squared safe zone at the rear right corner of the containment chamber is to remain free of copper beams in the case of personnel inside containment during disabling of SCP-847. No meals are to be provided. All personnel posted to SCP-847 must be armed with a shock baton rated at 30 Kelvin or greater. Only XY males identifying as such are to be assigned to or permitted within a 50-meter radius of SCP-847. After the results of Experiment 847-G, upon order of the Ethics Committee, intersex, transgender, and non-binary personnel are prohibited from working with, handling, or approaching SCP-847 for their own safety and well-being. When assigning personnel to SCP-847, preference is to be given to men who are not sexually attracted to women. Description: SCP-847 is a human female mannequin, 156 centimeters tall and 27 kilograms in mass, constructed of human hair and an unknown composite fibrosis polymer that abrades and shatters similarly to porcelain. Exploratory laparoscopy of SCP-847 shows the presence of internal structures resembling an incomplete set of bones, organs, and major blood vessels composed of the same polymer. Small amounts of a black volatile resin similar to plastination compounds leak from eyes and damaged regions of the mannequin. SCP-847 is normally at some level of disrepair with shattered areas on the torso, head, and limbs. See Addendum 847-B for details. SCP-847 is animate and moves with erratic, stiff motions while shuddering to maintain balance. It demonstrates different behaviors depending on the genotypical sex and identified gender of nearby humans. These behavioral patterns are grouped as Pattern Z, Pattern Y, and Pattern X. Pattern Z behaviors occur when there is no human within 50 meters. SCP-847 remains inanimate and silent 99.5% of the time under these conditions. When animate, SCP-847 will dress in any available clothes, stand in front of any available full-length mirror, and return to an inanimate state, adopting a pose that showcases the outfit worn. It favors clothing which is designed for young women and which leaves ample skin exposure. On rare occasions, SCP-847 will scratch short messages on nearby surfaces with a finger, or, depending on the state of repair, with an available appendage. Messages written since entering Foundation custody are found in Addendum 847-C. Pattern Y behaviors are adopted when there are male subjects but no female subjects within 50 meters, independent of intervening obstacles. Initial stage behaviors involve emitting vocalizations resembling high-pitched whimpering gasps and adopting more provocative poses. Occasional shudders can be observed during this time. After 3 to 5 minutes of the initial stage, SCP-847's behavior enters a secondary stage, during which it becomes fully animate, approaching any male subject, adopting a hunched pose, and appearing to look up into the subject's eyes. Vocalizations during this period become more frequent and longer in duration. Subjects are able to handle and freely alter or pose SCP-847 during this time. When posed, it holds the new pose as balance allows. The final stage of Pattern Y behaviors occurs approximately 5 minutes after all subjects have left the 50 meter perimeter of SCP-847. It will then shatter select portions of its body and/or extract internal structures. Once shattering or extraction is complete, it emits sobbing or vocalizations and returns to Pattern Z behaviors. Pattern X behaviors occur when any female subject approaches within 50 meters, independent of intervening obstacles, whether male subjects are present or not. SCP-847 will emit vocalizations resembling distressed grunts and screeches, immediately animate and physically attack the woman. During Pattern X behaviors, SCP-847's strength and speed are greatly increased, with sprints up to 45 kph and exertion of 40 kN of force having been measured. During an attack, SCP-847 will occasionally shatter an appendage, usually a finger or toe, in order to produce a sharp edge. Furthermore, plastinization resin is released from its eyes, mouth, and shattered sections of its body. Resin falling in open wounds results in a quick hardening of soft tissues that spread until the victim's body reaches a composition of a similar polymer as SCP-847. Following plastinization, SCP-847 will harvest selected body parts from the victim corresponding to damaged sections of its own body. It will fuse these parts to its body via the resin. Not all damaged sections will be repaired in this way. Upon completion of harvesting, SCP-847 will return to Pattern Y or Pattern Z behaviors. The resin produced by SCP-847 has been shown to have its anomalous plastinization effects occur only when applied to soft tissues of women. The resin has no effect on cadaverous, non-human, or male tissue. Application of high-voltage electricity and excess of 10 kV will cause a temporary solidification of the resin, resulting in SCP-847 becoming inanimate for approximately 5 minutes, regardless of the behavior pattern expressed at the time. Addendum 847-A Recovery Log. A federal human trafficking investigation led to the discovery of SCP-847 in the basement of an abandoned blank department store in Las Vegas, Nevada on August 23, 1983, surrounded by partially disassembled and broken non-anomalous female mannequins wrapped in plastic sheets. FBI agents on the scene witnessed SCP-847 exhibit Pattern Y behaviors, initially thinking it a trafficking victim. Agents moved in to assist. SCP-847 then switched to Pattern X and attacked one of the agents. The agent subdued SCP-847 with her stun gun, leading to the discovery of high-voltage electricity as a tool for containment, and was evacuated from the basement. The UIU was informed of the situation. Foundation agents were contacted through the regular channels, and SCP-847 was secured. Despite signs of human habitation, the trafficking victims were never found. Addendum 847-B Shattering Event Log. Notable shattering events are listed below. Due to the shattering and harvesting behaviors of SCP-847, it has significantly altered appearance since entering Foundation custody. See photos in log for different stages of completion. Date: August 27, 1983. Description of event: SCP-847 shatters chest after researchers leave containment. Researcher's notes: Researcher blank was heard to verbally note unrealistic proportions in the containment chamber during initial placement. Researchers are advised to avoid any verbal commentary regarding SCP-847 while in the containment chamber. Replacement harvested September 12, 1983. Date: May 14, 1984. Description of event: SCP-847 shatters nose after experiment 847-E with D-8334. Researcher's notes: As part of regular testing protocol, subjects are not informed of SCP-847's shattering behavior after the subject leaves the containment chamber. See partial debriefing interview below. You can read that at your own discretion. Replacement harvested. October 20th, 1984. At the conclusion of the harvest, female D-class testing with SCP-847 was prohibited on the order of the Ethics Committee. Date: April 21st, 1995. Description of event: SCP-847 tears out all head hair and extracts liver after experiment A47-J with D13928. Researcher's notes. See partial debriefing interview below. Read at your own discretion. Hair replaced. July 13th, 2013. Liver replaced. August 12th, 2013. Date: March 1st, 2005. Description of event: SCP-847 tears out all pubic hair during a period of pattern Z behavior. Researcher's notes. Of note is that this is the only shattering event that has not been linked to pattern Y behavior. SCP-847 has not attempted replacement. Date: September 23rd, 2013. Description of event: SCP-847 extracts brain, eyes, clavicle, and shatters hands. Researcher's notes. SCP-847 had become fully intact under researcher Tyler Jensen's supervision. In the interest of reducing SCP-847's capabilities, a test was authorized with D-7294, chosen because he had been convicted of multiple murders of a sexual nature. Shattering event lasted 45 minutes, with SCP-847 emitting novel screeching and vocalizations throughout. Partial debriefing interview follows. Read at your own discretion. Addendum 847-C Message Log. Below is a log of all messages written by SCP-847 to date while in Foundation custody. Attempts to communicate with SCP-847 have met with failure. SCP-847 does not use words when vocalizing and does not respond to questions asked by personnel, whether spoken or written. August 25th, 1983. Come back. October 13th, 1984. I can do better. March 9th, 1986. Where are you? May 18th, 1988. Where is my prince? July 21st, 1990. I can change. October 5th, 1996. You can own me. February 12th, 1998. You're my master. June 8th, 2001. Don't leave me. April 25th, 2004. Whatever you want. April 15th, 2009. 1979, 2009. April 16th, 2009. Too old. April 17th, 2009. I can be young for you. December 3rd, 2011. What's wrong with me? March 8th, 2013. I'm sorry I'm worthless. August 31st, 2015. Daddy, I'll be good.